Gremlins! This week I'm redrawing some more of my old art. I drew this in early high school while I was still getting the hang of using Photoshop as my main platform. I used to draw almost exclusively in this style, which at the time I thought was hyper-realistic. It is not, in fact, hyper-realistic. I used shading and details to try and make it look real, but didn't really understand lighting and shadow enough to make it really look 3D. Also, I had no grasp of anatomy, and trying to draw highly detailed people with bad anatomy just leaves it looking creepy, or in the uncanny valley. My current style is much more forgiving, because it is purposefully stylized, and when my anatomy is less than perfect, it's not as obvious. At least I hope. This drawing is of two alternative girls watching a movie at home as a date. There isn't really a backstory behind this drawing, it was just an idea I had and decided to draw. The girls don't have names or stories, just one moment in their lives captured. Besides the characters, there is only a dark grey couch and a coffee table with the laptop. I added much more to the background, making it look like part of a lived-in and loved home. There are throw pillows on the couch and a side table covered in candles with a shelf full of books. I thought about adding paintings or photographs to the wall, but decided that that could be too much detail and crowd the image, so I left the wall blank. After trying a few base sketches, I decided to change the positions of the girls. In the original image, one girl is leaning on the other's shoulder. In the redraw, the girl is instead lying on her girlfriend's lap. The reason for this is because I could not get the posing right when trying to keep the original positions. Even in the changed pose, I had a lot of trouble. Making two bodies overlapping makes sketching much more complicated. I spent a long time trying to position the second girl's hands. I wanted her to be running a hand through the other's hair, but I could not get it to look correct, so I abandoned that idea. In the end, one girl is lying with one leg over the arm of the couch. The other is sitting with one arm around her girlfriend's waist and the other holding a cup of boba tea. I also changed the outfits. Both girls used to wear only grey and black, which isn't visually interesting to draw. In the updated drawing, I gave both girls a signature colour beyond just the colour of their hair. One girl's colour is blue and purple, and the other's is pink. I gave the girl lying down a blue t-shirt over a striped long sleeve. She also has a black suspender skirt, knee-length blue socks with bat patterns, and fishnet stockings. The other girl has an oversized hoodie with a moon graphic and ripped fishnets. Both girls have lots of piercings and rings. Drawing fishnets is a skill I'm still learning. I tried to make the lines curve around the contours of the legs, but those contours aren't yet good enough to truly show that the legs are 3D. I'm going to keep working on making my fishnets better. I add them to characters often enough that I should get a lot of practice. Light sources are part of my art that I've only recently started playing with. Last year I was in an art class where my main project was making a series of art pieces that had a lot of focus on light sources. For most of my life, my art has been very basic, soft lighting, and I'm trying to push myself out of my comfort zone. In this art piece, the main light source is the glowing computer screen. All the light is slightly blue, and the area not hit by the screen light is very dark, leaving the image high contrast. This art once again took longer than expected. Shockingly, adding as much detail as I added makes outlines, coloring, and shading take a while. I always trick myself into thinking videos like this will be quick and easy when I'm running out of time, and it never ends up being quick or easy. However, it was fun. I'm really happy with the improvement to this image. I've changed the poses in a way that makes it more intimate and comfortable. I changed the art style to the style I'm comfortable with today. I added more color to the clothing and background to give more characterization and make the house feel like a home. I played more with the light to give the image more contrast and a focus point. I have a lot more art that I plan to redraw eventually. Much of it is my old, very much not hyper-realistic style. This will be an ongoing series. I have a lot of fun going back to my old art and using the same ideas but improving the execution. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Until next time, bye!